Hey guys, and welcome back to the Ride Waxing and UK One Wheel channel. So, starting off 2022, as I would love to finish 2022, waxing skis and snowboards. New Year's Day, very early in the morning. Had my birthday yesterday, New Year's Eve, that was great. And I thought I'd start the new year off with this awesome, brand new RIDE WARPIG. Now, this board is awesome. Haven't actually seen this board in person, and I did say in my last video that I wanted to wax some more snowboards, and this customer has kindly dropped two off to us. Like I say, this one's brand new. This has got a really lovely pearlescent kind of purple matte grey top coat. I love the tips and tails, that squared off edge, and the offset stance on this board. It's kind of like an all-mountain board if you look on their website, but being an offset board, so you set further back, that lovely elongated nose for the powder days, of which I think the Alps are actually getting loads of snow at the moment. And if this customer is going to be over in the next week or so riding this thing, he's going to have the time of his life. But yeah, XL WARPIG, this board is absolutely lovely. But I'm going to do a full detail rundown on the board just in a second. So let's get in to the WARPIG. Okay guys, so quick look at this WARPIG XL. Now this is an all-mountain park powder board. This board is just amazing. It's for the intermediate to advanced level rider. You've got a directional rocker on this board, medium flex. We've got the topless top sheet. We've got the carbon array 3 double impact plates in this. We've got the slimline edges on the board. So we've got that lower cut. We've got 21 inches from the centre mark of the binding there to the nose of the board, and then it runs an offset stance pattern to 17.5 inches to the centre mark there. So again, for powder, absolutely awesome. The side rails on this for carving, it has been basically awarded and designed best all-mountain ride board for 2021-2022. So it's just awesome, absolutely lovely. We'll flip this board over just quickly. You can just see that purple / matte grey colour in the top coat, and you can see kind of the weave and the texture with that mottled grey kind of mossy look to it as well. It's just finished really well. I do love the real square tips on it, and the finish on it is really good, as you can just see just here. But we'll flip it over and we'll have a quick look at that radial side. Just step it away. So it gives those bindings a little bit more height for, obviously this is an extra large board as well, so it stops those toes and heels dragging, but means you can just get optimum carving ability on this board. Now this is a 154 in length, so like I say, weight wise is 63 to 90 kilos is a recommendation, but down to your riding style and ability. You ride what you want to ride at the end of the day. But anyway, let's flip the board over and have a quick look at the base of the board. Okay, so the base sheet of the WARPIG. I think you'll agree, this looks awesome. And the more I look at this board, the more I'm actually falling in love with it. I've never really ridden a directional board before, to be brutally honest. This is a directional rocker. I've got a rocker board, I've got a camber board as well. But the nose on this board, just a draft on it, it just drops right off. And I can imagine in powder, like I say, 21 inches from there to there, and then obviously you've got 17.5 inches from there to there. Now I've got my iPad out just purely because I thought I'd have a look at the technology that's gone into this board, and I cannot believe that something that is that thin with the slide walls that's on this board, you can have all this technology. You've got carbon stringers that go across all the bindings. You've got impact zones, so obviously to give you a smoother ride. You've got cross technology and fiberglass. I'll pop a link to a website with all the descriptions on. If you are thinking about a WARPIG, go over and have a good read. This is obviously the 2021-2022 board, and it's just like an all-mountain board. And it basically lists down through all here, medium flex. It is for an advanced, medium to advanced rider, so expert rider. So it is quite high up. You've got to know what you're doing to get the full benefit out of the board, I suppose. But directional shape, we've got directional rocker, hybrid fiberglass, topless top sheet, basically removing weight. We've got the carbon that I mentioned across the impact zones, which are obviously your binding areas. We've got double impact plates. We've got slime walls, roller in construction, performance core, radial side cut. It's a flat hybrid rocker, directional, all-mountain, free ride, freestyle board. Basically, it's everything you want in a board, other than really if you love riding switch a lot. Which, to be fair, you go down the mountain, you've got your comfortable stance. Why not just lean back, hit that powder on the slight off-piste areas? You know, it's just awesome. The more I look at this board, the more I want one of these in my life. Like I said, I ride all mountain twins a lot. I've got my Arbor, I've got my Jeremy Jones, but I think this board, I've got to add this to my collection. So, oh yeah, absolutely lush, this board. So anyway, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the diamond stone. It's not actually that sharp. I'm using my nail here. We're not taking a lot of nail off, and I'm pushing quite hard. So it's not super sharp. So I'm going to get the diamond stone. You can see where the machine engineering is kind of finished there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to obviously work up here. You don't need to be sharper than this, but this area here, if I use my nail, and I'm pushing quite hard there, up here, again, it's not really any sharper. So I'm not going to be using a file. I'm just going to use my diamond stones, a little bit of liquid, and we're just going to really polish this edge up. And obviously the sidewall to give this edge extreme sharpness. So the customer has got optimum performance. And then we'll lay down some fresh wax on the board. It's a little bit dry on the edges, just where it's come off the manufacturing line, which is absolutely fine. But if we might as well get some fresh wax on this board, get some Teflon on it, and this thing is going to fly. So let's stick you back in the stand and let's crack on with this board. Okay, guys, so that is all the tech. So much tech and something that is so thin. Like I say, gorgeous board. Absolutely love it. So chuffed that I've got this in my workshop and I can bring it to you on the channel and I can bring some love and make sure this is tip top for the customer. So massive thanks to him and his brother. So I've got his and his brother board in, which the other board's going to be coming on after this one. But I thought I'd start New Year's Day with something quite new, quite fresh, like a new Christmas present, albeit sadly it's not mine. So I'm going to pop you on time lapse. We're going to get that all polished up. What I'm going to do, just quickly, if I get that out, we've got the blue diamond stone in there. So we're going to get that on the sidewalls of the board. And then we're going to use the diamond stone in the base. So we're going to remove the file. I'm going to put the black diamond stone in, or I may just use the blue actually in both. So do the bottom coat and we'll just get that edge absolutely pinpoint, nice and sharp. So we've got, yeah, I'm just being fussy. I just want it to be absolutely perfect. And if we get a good edge on it, then it's that icy day, that icy bit you hit that it may just cut through and it might just save you landing on your coccyx. It might just save you pulling a muscle. So well, I've got it here. It would be rude not to, should I say. So we're going to lay down some wax as well. I'll pop you on time lapse. You're going to see me going backwards and forwards. If only I could do it that quickly. And then we'll lay down some fresh wax. We'll leave this in the hot room then, let it really absorb into this board for a really good period of time. Then we'll get it back out, strip the wax off, polish it with all the brushes and make it look mint. So let's crack on. Okay, so just done those edges and they are looking, oops, where's my finger? I don't put any pressure on that at all. Really nice and sharp now. Lots of nail coming off. So if you ever want to check to see if your rails are nice and sharp, just get the back of your finger and rub it. Always a good way to tell. They are super sharp now, super sharp. They were okay before, they weren't mega sharp. I wasn't getting that kind of nail off, should I say. But yeah, looking good. So I'm just gonna add a bit of wax into this base now. As you can see, it's a little bit dry in places, so we're gonna make sure we get these blacks black, and so you can really see the definition in the base. of this board. So let's crack on, back onto time lapse, and edges are done. Like I say, we've only used a diamond stone on this and some liquid to really give it that polished finish. It's just, might as well, bit of detail, I'm all in about detail. So let's lay some wax down and let's get this wax off. Okay guys, so this awesome RIDE WARPIG is out of the hot room. It's got a fresh layer of wax laid down on it, and now it's time to get all this wax off the board and then get the board fully polished and detailed. Now, I tend to use a nylon brush for that, and then from the nylon brush I go to a horsehair brush. However, bit of an upgrade, we have rotary brushes now, like so, and they will go onto the attachment, which goes onto here, which goes onto my drill, and away we go. But firstly, we're going to use the scraper. Just pop that down gently. And the scraper. We have a snowboard scraper from Rebel Square. I have my favourite scraper, which is that one. And that's quite nice, it's quite flexible. And I sharpen that up in a great little device. The Coco base scraper, plastic, and we just run this through multiple times to get a lovely sharp 90-degree angle on that blade, which then takes all that wax off. So we're going to get that detail, we're going to go through all the brushes, I'll pop you onto time lapse, we're going to get this looking ship shape, and then we'll finish off with a nice layer of Teflon, protecting the rails but also giving that board that super fast finish. And I tell you what, when this thing hits the powder, it is gonna fly. So let's crack on, let's jump back onto time lapse, stick some music on, burn through the scrapers, the brushes, and let's have a look and see how shiny we can get this bad boy looking. Okay, so this WARPIG ride board is all finished, and as much as it was a brand new board, it is surprising actually how good it's come up. We've got basically edge to edge, high glaze, high polish. We know we've got that wax in there. It is super smooth, which is bound to be because it's a new board, but again, it's polished, it's cleaned. We know there's a heavy juicy wax from the tip to the tail, and yeah, I've kind of fell in love with this board. I really do fancy getting a directional snowboard with that high lip for those powder days. Unfortunately, I don't go snowboarding enough, I think, to have like 3 or 4 snowboards in my life. Or maybe I do. But yeah, I actually fell in love with this board. I've never really looked at ride boards, to be brutally honest. And yeah, what a board. What a board. Absolutely love it. But anyway, there's the glaze, guys. There's the finish. Hopefully you like it. It looks good. I think you'll agree. Spin it round. There's that awesome nose. Real high lip nose. Yeah, really good. Really good. Like I say, we've diamond stoned the edges. They didn't need a full, I suppose, sharpen. But these now are phenomenally sharp. These are absolutely... These are a lot sharper than when I got them. Like I say, I know they've come out of the machine, but they were a little bit dull. And that diamond stone on the edge and the side has just sharpened it up and just given it that edge back. And I've taken it to the grind marks from the shop, so we've not extenuated over into the other areas. And I have just dulled this area and this area, but you can actually feel the sharpness on this edge. And I think that will just give the extra performance into this board. And again, fresh layer of wax, and what I've then finished off with is Teflon, liquid Teflon. So I've Tefloned all the rails, tip to tail, all the way through both side and base, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to wrap this bad boy up and get it back to the customer, and I just want to say thank you to him, because I always send my videos on to them, massively for picking me, the Ride Waxing Workshop, to obviously take care of his pride and joy, which is his new board. And guys, why not go across to my channel? You're on my channel, but hit that subscribe, hit that like, put a comment in, so share me with your friends. If there's anybody in the Devon area that do fancy having their skis or their snowboards waxed and you like what you see and you want to use me, then crack on, get in contact, and we'll hook up and get it sorted. But yeah, until next time, guys, until this thing is ripping around the Alps in a week's time, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I will see you soon.